So would it be for one night?
It would be for one night.
All right. But I have to cancel another reservation.
Not a problem. They ain't here. I am.
They came, and then we still have the other one on hold. I was supposed to take it.
And that's going to be the thing. I'm on a motorcycle, so I can't put a parking thing on it. Not bad. Do you have military discount? Or is Hilton Honors better? No problem. I always ask.
If you don't ask, you're not going
And I've had places go, sure, hold on a minute.
to always ask.
And the ocean. The whole reason we came here is for this view. Thank you guys for watching. Dark Dave out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dark Dave. I got DJDor on the back.
Hello.
That guy came out of nowhere. We are getting ready to go over the Bay Bridge here in Maryland. Now, we're going to go over a number of bridges today, but I'm going to really record on two of them, which is the Bay Bridge, and the next one is the tunnel bridge thing going over the Chesapeake down at the bottom. So we're up about 3/4, I'd say, maybe less, to the top of the bay, and we're going over this one, and then we're going to go over the bay down at the mouth of the bay. I'm hoping you guys enjoy the ride. We'll talk a little bit, talk about some of the fun that's going on. We're at a 2-lane today because of traffic and road work. It is a off day for both me and DJDor. So we're not doing weekend travel today because that would just be killer on this bridge. But weekend travel, it would be head on and the two that we're on. Now they are still talking about and going back and forth with building a new larger bridge somewhere slightly north of here that would still go over to Kent Island, which is the off point that we go to. We're leaving the Annapolis area. They used to have a ferry that left from right over there, and the ferry would take you across, and the ferry is a couple hours. Now, is it? That's what I was getting ready to say. Now, there's a lot of sailboats over there, but there's a really cool looking one for the way the sails are set.
Well, don't they have the Cleveland Annapolis, the sailboat show?
Yeah, that's.
Is that this week or is it powerboats this week?
I thought it was powerboats this week and sailboats next, but I could have it backwards. But either way, they'd have them in the area. So who knows, we might go do that this weekend. It'd be an interesting thing to do. Or next weekend, I don't care. That's a pretty sailboat over there. I love those sails.
Yeah.
Let's hope the camera picks it up. I can zoom in on it a little bit when I do my editing. That's one of the things I love going over these bridges. You got all kinds of boats because you have a couple of cargo ships over there. You have another sailboat, but you got a huge amount of sailboats just sitting there. It looks like they're cruising together, but it's not super windy, but it's windy enough to where they're going. And for the bay, that's really, really classy. I've not seen it this smooth in a long time. Usually I'm going over here and it just is all chop. I'm hoping you guys can pick some of that up with the camera. Because I'm driving, I can't really turn my head too much. One of these days I will get a 365 camera and put it up on top of the helmet with the pogo, or the unicorn as they've been calling it. That way you guys can see this better that way. I've seen a couple people who have it, and there's a number of ways to do it. I personally, if I do it, I probably will do it with the edit where you guys can adjust as you look, not necessarily me going, ooh, look at the fancy oversized circle and stuff. Because some people don't want that. Some people want to know, hey, let me see in front and behind. I'm getting seasick or something, let me shrink it down. Or, ooh, I want a broader scope and see a larger picture. But this is not the longest bridge. The long one that we're going to go today is the one down in Virginia Beach, or the one going into Virginia Beach from Maryland. Technically it's going in from Virginia, because though we're crossing over to the eastern shore, we're going to go down the eastern shore, and it's about a 4-hour drive. No, I am not recording the whole 4 hours. A, I don't feel like it, and B, I don't have enough memory sticks to do that. But I do love doing stuff like this. I hope you guys enjoy it. It is so beautiful up here. I love high places. I'm not afraid of heights. But I do have to say, if you're standing in a doorway of a plane, shoot on your back or not, you always do that double, what am I doing? Why did I sign up for this? But as soon as you hit the ground, your mind goes, let's do that again. Or your body does. I'm not sure if it's body or mind. I've got a number of friends who have said one or the other. I personally always think it's the, I'm getting that extra money each month, I'm going to do this as often as possible. And I always enjoyed it. I hated jumping out the plane, but I loved the feeling as soon as I was out. So we got over here a couple of trawlers. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to pick that up or not. You should be able to. He's not too far. This is good fishing area near the bridges. Finally able to change gears again. We finally got up to decent speed. But from here you can see how smooth the bay actually is today. Because normally you have, you know, 6 inches to 2 feet on average. Now it's just slight swelling and little flickers. To solid land. We're on the fairway. Ow. That hole
was a little bit much.
Yeah, that was the, I don't remember it being there last time we went over. That kind of bumped in a certain place I didn't want it to. Alright. Hope they're able to pick up my thing, which is in my pocket. Well, we are almost to the Chesapeake. We'll find out here in a moment. Why is this thing not working? I'm like, what's going on?
You too.
Yeah. So I got to put it in neutral to get back in the pocket.
We are.
Oh yeah, you have a great one. Thank you. All right. Well, so it needed to be scanned in. So who knows? Maybe there's something wrong with the thing, and she's just fixed it. Hopefully. Yeah. Strictly enforced 55 miles an hour. You will be blown off of the bridge if not. Oh, it's lights on or strictly enforced. Okay. 'Cause I know I've been passed many a time on this bridge. And I'm on a motorcycle, so I know my lights are on. Or most motorcycles have their lights on of current vintage. I know some of the older ones didn't. And this police officer come flying up on us. He can pass me anytime he wants. Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. Now, hopefully you guys noticed the Chesapeake Bay out there. And there's the bridge, and all of a sudden like disappears. That's because at that point it is a tunnel. Now, if you noticed earlier, it was a beautiful blue sky when we left Annapolis at 11:30, and now it's gray. Doesn't mean I'm gonna hold up and wait for a beautiful blue sky. I've got things to do, people to see. I believe we're going to an Irish pub for dinner.
Yep, Murphy's.
Murphy's Irish Pub. Oh man, it is a nice place. We've gone there many a time. It's probably my favorite dinner place there on Virginia Beach. I'll have to let them know to watch the video that they're being called out. I like the swampy area here. This is all a bird sanctuary and wild animals. Now, if you're hearing all that wind noise, I'm sorry. That's my wife's wind back there.
Hey, are you calling me a windbag?
Hey, you said it, not me. All of a sudden, I'm just getting a lot of wind noise out of your area there. And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Alright, I'm going around this guy because he's killing me here.
Oh, he's from New York.
Oh, I really didn't pay attention to his license plate. All I know is he kept getting slower and slower. Now, I know they have some deer down here, and they're not really big deer, but they do have deer that walk around out here, and I have seen raccoons out here. I haven't seen a fox, but I know they supposedly have foxes that are out in this area. As I said, it's a natural reserve area, so the natural animals are just here chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
And we are getting ready to go up and away over the brae. And then we'll go deep, deep, deep down under the water. And the cool thing is, we're all doing it from the back of a bike. You got some more freighters out there. Now, unlike up the bay, or up Chesapeake Bay, they both are the bay. Unlike up near Annapolis, I don't see any sailboats here, but that doesn't mean when we're over on the other side we ain't going to see any sailboats. I do have my sound hooked up in this, correct? Because you can see the back better than I can.
Yep, yep.
All right. And all that different color, if you guys can check it, that is the light hitting it and depth. The deeper it is, the darker it is, except for where it's way over that way, and that's just because there's a little bit of squall over there. Squall meaning light rain over water. So you can get a squall over land, but that's what that is. And there's that officer who passed us. 4 miles ahead to the tunnel. I always love a tunnel that goes underwater. We got all these seagulls up here waiting to bomb us as we go by if they don't like us. For some reason, seagulls don't hit this bike near as much as they did Red. Red would get dude on every time. This guy's just flying along. So we did pick up some light sprinkles here. I just got a couple of droplets on the helmet. That could be because I've got a nice Gatorade Zero with a little bit of humidity off the end. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and talk through this. I don't know when it was built, but I know this is a really cool bridge. I will look that up and I will put all that information down at the bottom. It'll at least be in the description. But you'll understand what I'm talking about when we get into the deep tunnel, because it's really neat. Now remember how smooth this was up there in Annapolis, and I hope you can see that this is now about a 1.5 to 2 foot swells down here with the wind cresting them off. It's still not, you know, really bad, but this would be pretty choppy on most small boats. And we're pretty close to, when we get to the first tunnel, of what it would take us to cross the bridge up there at Annapolis, which is just the Bay Bridge. Alright, I'm getting around this guy, or at least was on the other side, so I can see past him. I really don't like seeing behind vehicles. It's difficult to see around, and for camera purposes it really doesn't help. But if you guys just look around and check out this scenery, I mean, yes, it's all water, but I look at the clouds, I look at the sun coming through, I see the boats. It's just beautiful. Now, what's funny is this is not the longest bridge I've been on, and it's not the shortest bridge I've been on, but it's the, you know, coolest bridge, I think. Now, yeah, going across the Bridge of Americas down in Panama is real cool because it's really high, and it, you know, basically goes from Central America to South America. Okay, it's still in Central America, but it's headed that way. It's really neat. It's over the canal. But when you get down to it, the bridges do all kinds of things. They, you know, connect countries, connect islands. This one connects Virginia to Virginia, basically the outer banks to the upper banks. So you don't have to go the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles that you would have to go out of route to get to Virginia Beach from that part. Oh, alright, it wants me to go right. I'm going to get over here. I thought that said back there all 4 lanes are open. Oh well. Yeah. Tunnel 3/4 of a mile. Now, yeah, so I'm trying to stay back a little bit from them so that we get a good video. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And this is the type of video where I love having comments and having people tell me what they think about it. Because we do this not just for you, it's because we enjoy doing stuff like this for ourselves. And we're going down into the tunnel. I think it was 4 lanes to the tunnel, because I always forget that this is a 2-lane tunnel. 55 is their max speed in here. They get really iffy if you're going over that. Now, yes, I've seen people go over it, but 9 times out of 10 with traffic, you're not. Now we're under the bay. Chesapeake Bay is above us. And if you notice, we're getting ready to go up. So it's not really that far of a tunnel. But when we get out, we're not at the end. We've got more bridge to go. And oh yeah, there's another tunnel. And if you notice next to us, there's that rail. That's so that they can walk along there. Basically, if there's a problem and the cars have to stop and they have to get everybody out, that's where you get out at. If there's some kind of emergency, that's the emergency exit, and there's different controls along there with fire extinguishers and stuff to take care of your car. Or if you have a severe breakdown, you need to get out, that's your way. Maintain speed in the upgrade. Whew. Now, unlike some tunnels, this one's really bright, has a lot of light. Now, most people, when you get done there, you're thinking, okay, it's over. I'm no longer on the water, or I'm really far away. But you're going to see here in a moment, you're just really far out in the water. So I mean, this is not super deep, but that's why that's there, is because that's the deeper part, so you could go under so that the boats can go over you, and they have two places to go, the deeper areas.
I just did a 360.
Cool.
I don't know how it turned out, but I did it.
As long as you hadn't dropped it, I'm happy. One of these days we'll get a 360 camera, but at the moment I don't have the extra cash for it, and GoPro has not decided, you know, hey, we're going to give this guy a free 360 camera, or any of the other 360 camera companies. Now, if you notice, you can just now start to make out the Virginia Beach area. Now, Virginia Beach is about halfway up this and all the way down, and then around the corner. We're going down on that side, down past Fort Story. But to me, this is really cool. I always love doing this. Now, a couple of months ago, or was it a month ago, I'm not sure when it actually aired, I showed you guys coming back from Virginia Beach, and that was just a one-day, boom, stay the night, leave type thing. We're doing something similar this time, but we're, you know, getting down here a lot earlier, and we're planning to make it a better stay, because we're going to go out to our favorite restaurant in the morning, which is Doc Taylor's. I'm like 79. I don't know where. Oh, that's the guy behind me. He was catching me like I was sitting still.
I love the way he passed us and hit his brakes.
Yep. Well, the police polizei will get you. I'm hoping that you guys notice we're getting really close to shore, but all of a sudden we're being asked to go back to one lane because we're going back down. So we're getting ready to go under again, and we'll come back up in just a few moments. Now, this is nice when it's, you know, bright blue sky, but for me, I don't mind that it's kind of overcast, because it shows different lights, and it shows you the more green of this water, because this being shallower water is more green than blue. If it's a blue sky, it will look blue, but when you look straight down, you notice it's more green. Water has a neat thing. In different depths, it has different textures and colors, and I've always loved that. Now, no, I'm not a Navy guy, but yes, I work for the Navy now as a civilian. But I'm a scuba diver, so I really love going scuba diving and everything. You know, one of these days I'm going to take, you know, one of these cameras with. But these cameras only go down for a very small distance. I'll have to get a case for it and see how deep the case goes. Somewhere I have a scuba diving video, which I'll have to put up on my thing one of these days, which was when I was in the Azores. And that was pretty cool. That's just an empty cop car, nobody in it. Now, the bad thing is this one here on the other side, well, they're doing a lot of work over there, that has a restaurant in it that we've stopped at a couple of times to eat, and they let people fish. At the moment, they're not letting them because they're doing work on it, and, you know, they don't want to endanger anyone. So we're going back down, and we only have 5 miles left of this bridge. This is a 20-mile bridge. Including the 2 tunnels. Hopefully you guys can still hear me over all the traffic and air sounds and everything going on down here, because all the other vehicles, they make a lot of noise. I'm pretty sure you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Well, at least why DJDor can hear me, my loving wife. Kind of funny, over 200 miles for this trip, and I'm loading up front going, that is just bug covered right now. I'm gonna have to clean that up.
I love that the vibration loosens the selfie stick.
Oh yeah.
So all of a sudden you'll see it drop. Getting ready to come back out of the tunnel. Can you check if this camera's still working? It's still flashing.
Good to go. Well, push the screen, see if it's still got stuff on it.
My glove doesn't let me do that.
Alright, don't worry about it. I heard a beep, and I'm just hoping that the camera didn't stop.
No, it's still going.
Okay. And we're out, and we're really close to the end now.
Over there's a Coast Guard cutter.
Cool. Yeah, and the Coast Guard base, if you see that white tower over in the distance, which I highly doubt that the GoPro is picking up, but that's the Coast Guard base. It is also a Navy base, so, well, there's 2 of them right there back to back to each other. And the neat thing is, that is where SEALs are. The Navy SEAL, not all of them, but there is a area for them there. At least as I've seen it before. God knows it could have moved since last time I was there, or last time I saw it. This is just cool. And we've gone over the bridge down in Florida, the bridge over the ocean, which is going down to Key West. I've not taken the motorcycle over it yet. I will. That's one of those, I have to do that one day. I get 1,000 subscribers, I will purposefully drive down there just for a video trip of going down to Key West. So for my subscribers, you guys gotta get all your friends together and get me to 1,000 subscribers, and I will drive the Tri-Glide down to Key West. Of course, I have to take vacation for it, but I don't care. I got enough vacation.
Yeah, we both do. Let's do it.
Yep. At 1,000 subscribers, that's where we're going. We might go down before that, but if you guys get me to 1,000 subscribers quicker, we go quicker.
Trailering it though. I'm not riding all the way down there. That's going to be too much.
Well, she's not riding all the way down there, but I could. Well, wait a minute. We could do the train, because there is a auto train that we could get on in Lorton, Virginia, that lets us out in Orlando. We might do that.
I'm fine with taking a train, but I'm not riding the bike all the way to Florida. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
We found that it was a little bit painful for these old bones.
Yeah, we're not as young as a lot of the other GoPro people who are doing these YouTube channels, like Road Glide Renee, Shade Tree Surgeon, Her Two Wills, Biker Beth, Doodle on a Motorcycle, Flipna. There's a lot of them, but those are the first ones that could come to mind because I watch those a lot. Itchy Boots, Norlay, who I've been watching going through Africa lately.
Alright. We're off of that.
We are off the bridge. We're going to turn it off the secondary camera. I'm going to go ahead and let this one play out for a little bit. We've got 16 miles till we get down there. You want to take oceanfront or go through the town?
It's up to you. You're driving. Oceanfront's probably prettier.
Yep, I think I'm going to do oceanfront. I think this is where we go. Yep. Not a problem.
Would you like a drink while I have mine open?
Got it?
Yep.
Thank you. I'm glad we're turning this way because the other way there is